Hey everybody, this is number 10 on our wonderful Club 1040 Day. It has been a great day just
It's been fun.
interviewing and seeing all the different things that have added to what has happened in these last 29 years.
Yeah. So if you're logging in for the first time and you're like, what's going on with what is Club 1040 Day? What is it?
Club 1040 Day is a day of celebration of everything that you, our partners, friends, family members have helped us to do in the last 29 years. 29 years on the mission field.
Yeah. So today marks the 29 years ago. Today we got on the plane to first move overseas. And as you know, we were in England for 14 years, then Africa for about 10. And then for the last bit, it's been here. So we've lived, can you believe it, outside the U.S.
Yep.
more than half our lives.
Yeah. But we're still 100% American. It's like, oh, if I could just speak Arabic, it'd be amazing. If I could just look Arabic and fit it to places that nobody else could, it'd be amazing.
So before we move forward, I want to celebrate our team.
Yes.
It has been so amazing. Madison, who's helped to produce, and Christy, they were up at 3 a.m. Central Time as we started here, which was noon our time to start, so that we could get in things that were happening over on this side while some of you in the U.S. were sleeping. But they're going to continue on past us as well. And this is our 10th stream today, and they're going to continue for another 3 or 4 of them, and some exciting things that they want to share. So please be tuning into those.
Yeah, and I want to say a special thank you to Elizabeth that has stepped in with the graphics and all of the Club 1040 Day graphic in the whole Club 1040 Day theme. And then also Jonathan and Michelle Beamer.
Idea.
Yeah, it was her idea. But Jonathan and Michelle Beamer, we had some internet issues in our USA team office, and they let us have their house for the Club 1040 Day.
Yes. So they've camped out there and they're doing a great job. And in fact, Michelle's going to be doing some of the interviews.
Yeah.
She's a great interviewer, so you're going to want to check that out.
We have a special couple coming on
right
now.
Yep, from here in Lebanon. So
Yes.
We're in Lebanon and they're in Lebanon, just literally down the road. And before we go any further, though, our update is as far as I'm aware, 4.5 scholarships. And so we only have 95.5 left to go till we get to our 100 scholarships. And today marks that, because the Beirut Bible College campus launches on Friday, this coming Friday. And so we wanted to make this the project for the rest of the year, is to get all those scholarships in. It's exciting.
Big hellos to Matthew Tapasoa, Jay Stolfus, who was with us in Turkey, and Cynthia Montato. She is on here. So it's great to see you guys. Thanks for watching and joining us and celebrating with us 29 years of Club 1040. So thank you.
And we are we're sending out an email, or is it just sent out?
It's getting ready to be sent out right now.
Yeah. And so if you don't get that, then we don't have your email address. So make sure that you message us if you don't get an email from us today in the next hour or so. But in that email, there is a link to the YouTube page for all the stream interviews we've done. And I'm telling you, there's some awesome conversations we've had with Tokes in Nigeria, talking about 6,000 plus students that you are currently enrolled in 11 campuses. We had Tony Cook interview. We did one in England about church planning, all things that Club 1040, because of your partnership, has accomplished over this last 29 years. And now we're about to start the Bible College this Friday here, the first one in Lebanon. And this couple is a big reason why it's going to start. And you got to show us your shirt properly.
RBTC.
Oh, wait.
Do you have yours, Miranda?
Yeah, mine's right here.
Great RBTC shirts. Yay. Chance and Miranda have been here for a year, and they have brought their 3 small children all the way to Beirut and stepped out in faith and have been here and been such an amazing support for everything that is happening here. And so great missionary family, the Lesters. So welcome, guys.
Yeah.
So glad you're with us. We're with you today.
And tell us a little bit about what it's been like jumping into this craziness that's called this adventure life that we live, and all the things that are happening. Tell us explain to everyone who's watching, this is what we've entered into.
In 2 minutes, how can you do that?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone has ever been in what they call the slingshot ride. It's when you're in this little ball cage that they put you in and they pull it back in pressure and someone's like telling you directions, but imagine that's in Arabic and then you're shot out really quickly. That's kind of what it's been like on this. There's been a little bit of stretching, but there's been acceleration. And so that's the easiest way I can describe our time here.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy, and I'm telling you, you guys have really, the challenge has been a steep one, but you have risen to the challenge. You really have. I can't imagine, the gap that would have been here if you guys weren't here and what you've done. Not only have you worked in one of our team members said that they estimated about 16,000 hours to get the college ready, and there's stuff you'll be doing up until even the day it goes live. I know that because I'm involved in some of that too. But then also you've more recently have come on to help us with the leadership transition with the Egypt Bible College, and you've been very, very active in that. So tell us a little bit about what that's been like, going in and out of Egypt and helping with the team with the Durungs there, JP and Larissa Durung.
Yeah, so not only are we expanding into new nations with Bible schools like we are in Raymond, Lebanon, but also there's existing campuses. There's 2 campuses in Egypt. And so with this transition, really what we're doing is we're providing support to them. And what does that look like? That looks like showing them what's available as far as systems and tools that we are currently building. And part of this is kind of like a test of what we're going to be doing as we expand further into other nations. The idea is that we're creating like a Bible school in a box to where someone can take what's already been made and move faster with it. So in reality, the people that are moving forward, they shouldn't take as long as what it's taken us to do this. They should be able to move and multiply quicker and move faster together.
It's awesome. Rick and Tracy Martin did a phenomenal job there in Egypt for the past 13 years, raising up a team that's very impressive there. And what's been cool recently is how the Lebanon team and the Egypt team have been collaborating in the wins that have come out of that. Express a little bit of that too.
Yeah, so moving forward, we're actually going to be doing some campus coordinator training. So every 4 to 6 weeks, we'll be gathering together and we'll be connecting with one another, kind of sharing some best practices with one another, making sure that everyone is on the same page and how we can move forward. But then also what we're looking at is bringing some more cohesion with the curriculum even. So if we're, as far as the course calendar should go, we can line those up to where if someone comes and ministers in Lebanon, then maybe they could go down in Egypt as well and kind of bring more cohesion in that sense.
There's just a lot of opportunities through collaboration to provide better training and then also to expand more quickly. Yeah.
And just thinking about the 22 nations in the MENA region, most of them are going to be Arabic speaking. And so what we're doing here in Lebanon is significant. And like you said, we will be able to take this in Arabic to the nations and also send all of our trainers, with the help of all of our partners, be able to get these into 22 nations. So it's quite exciting.
It is.
But Miranda, I just want to ask you, you're here with 3 small children, you're homeschooling, but yet you're a significant part of what's happening with the students, with the church, everything. You've been contributing to the social media. Tell us a little bit. Also, you helped me with Beautiful 1040, so that was amazing. So let us hear from you what you're thinking about everything.
Well, I'm super honored to be a part. And like you just said, what we're a part of, being able to expand into the 22 nations is amazing. I am so excited. We got to help with Beautiful 1040, and I do the social media, and it's just nice to see we're even expanding here in Lebanon through social media, so many views on all of our videos, and just a lot of the comments that we get. People are so excited. I encourage everyone to go on and even look at, we're posting stories of the students that are here and why they're so excited about Rhema Lebanon. They're so very excited for the launch on Friday. And it's a lot of behind the scenes work. It's a lot of, doing what I can do right there with the kids, but every second of it is worth it.
Well, and we have a really good team that's alongside of us. We could not be doing what we're doing if it wasn't for even the Lebanese team. They are able to do things that we're unable to. And so we can provide the guidance, we can provide the necessary systems and tools, but they're the ones that are really carrying this thing forward. And without them, we couldn't do it. And this is the selling point of why we should be training up these near cultured missionaries to go forth in places that we cannot go.
And you've got 3 helpers that help you on a regular basis and also sleep underneath the chairs and find resting places. I love
they're 16,000 hours.
We were talking about that because we showed some pictures earlier today on one of our streams, one of our early streams. I think it was the 7 a.m. one where we showed pictures from our early days when Jonathan and Elizabeth were even younger than your children are now. And then we started talking about how now they're still active in some way, and in actually very significant ways. And even their spouse, Jonathan's spouse, Michelle, like we talked about at the beginning of this. And so those things that are happening, today in their lives, they're going to make memorials that'll last them all the way through to adulthood and beyond.
They think, it's scary bringing 3 small children here, but literally it impacted our children's lives even to this day. And so I'm sure you guys can speak into how it's impacting their lives. They're ministering on a Sunday morning on a regular basis. It's incredible to watch them at work. Talk about Smith, because he's just amazing.
Smith definitely has leadership qualities that you can see coming out at his young age. He blossoms when you put him in a role. It might just be leading a play on a Sunday morning, or having that little microphone in his hand at the very end of the service and getting to speak to all of the other students. But every time he does it, he just shines, and he does really great. And so we're super proud of him. We're super proud of all 3 of our kids. Just our daughter today said, "I really like it here. This is just home," when we were out today. So everything that they do is super important. If you follow our youngest, we have the chronicles of all the places he falls asleep.
And eats. He's a great eater. He eats a lot. I love his eating.
That's fun. In fact, you guys do a great job with your social media. Now, you, like everyone else that's here, you're self-supporting. So why don't you share a little bit about how people can connect with you on a personal support level?
Yeah. So if you want to receive our newsletter, you can just go to Lesser Family Missions /connect. That's the easiest way. Or you can even visit our Facebook pages. You can connect that way as well. And then we can also make sure that giving links are available as well. So the primary way to connect with us would be through social media. That's the easiest way.
You guys are great with it. So you finished Bible college yourself last year, mission school. And one of the things you had to do was a 6-week internship, or I guess that's what they call it. And then you came over here for that 6 weeks. And it was while you were here that God spoke to you about coming back permanently. And so Bible college has radically changed your life in the sense that it mobilized you from your country to a whole nother country. And we're expecting similar things to happen in the lives of individuals that come to the Bible college here. Tell me a little bit about your expectations for how you see God using the Bible college here.
Yeah, I'll be honest. In 2010, when we were moving to go to Rhema for the first time, because we did it twice, because we came back 10 years later to finish. When we were moving out there, we told each other, we're not going back home. We're going into missions. That was our heart, because we just knew that God had something for us. And, we ultimately went back to serve at a church. But when we came on our internship to Beirut, there was just this feeling that we felt like we were the puzzle piece that would fit in this place. And I have such a desire to see people have that same experience that we were afforded, to be able to go to a Bible school, to learn not only biblical principles, but that they would grow in their faith and then find that purpose that they're here for, to find that purpose to go out into another nation and to reach the unreached people. That just excites me to know that I have some small part in that I can help people remove the blinders of life. And so that they would say what Paul says, that their eyes would be open with that revelational light to the hope to which God has called them to. That's what I'm excited about.
That's certainly something to be excited about. That's awesome. You know, you guys are involved in like this intensive learn by doing. We don't really call it an apprenticeship. It's more of like a experience.
Activation.
Yeah, an activation experience in the sense that just like Jesus with his disciples, sure, there were times where they sat and listened to him, but a lot of their learning came through doing. And it's that same thing that you're experiencing. You know, how have you guys grown through just being here over this last year?
It's honestly, it's like running on a paved road. Like being able to be a part of this program has greatly impacted us, because not only are you thrown into a environment to where you're coached and you're learning new things, and it is exactly what you're saying, it's a learn by doing, but there's like a safety net underneath it where you have almost 30 years of experience sitting in front of you, coaching you along the way, who are very patient, by the way, but there's this element that we realize that we don't have to have it all together right now because we're growing in this, but there's an empowerment whenever someone entrusts something to you, such as, here, help us launch this Bible school. There's an element of rising to the occasion that I feel like this is what this program creates. And so I feel like we're just running on that paved path that so many people have gone before us that's laid that foundation for us.
That's awesome. And you guys are making a way for others to come as well. We have another family that's coming just this next week, right?
Yeah.
The week after.
Week
Yeah.
two.
And how many children do they have?
They have, I think, 5 children. Yeah, they're coming.
4 or 5. The families, there's a lot of children that are coming together. We just had a child born to a family who are just north of us. I don't know if those guys have gotten online and watched any of these, but yeah. So the reason I mentioned that is because in addition to the Bible College, which is aiming at training local leaders, there's also an element of Lebanon being like a greenhouse for developing leadership for the region, like in a cross-cultural missionary way. So, I mean, Miranda, speak to like coming from the standpoint of your mom and your wife, and then you're a minister in your own right. How's it been being in this kind of greenhouse environment from a learning standpoint and building those tools and those muscles that you need to be able to go wherever God's called you to go?
Oh, I feel like this program, it has helped us in so many ways. It has empowered us to do what we've been called to do. When you come and you know that there's people around you, when you know that there's experience around you and there's people that are here for you, it really, as a mom being here, Chance travels to Egypt, he's traveled to other nations. And so I feel so empowered, to be here in this country with my children, living life, doing what we need to do, helping the ministry, seeing the Bible school launched. And it is only possible through, this system that we are in, this program that we're in. And it is so nice just to know, even if you need the little things, we venture out, we do all kinds of things, but when your kid is sick and you can make that phone call and say, hey, I need help, it's really nice to have someone here with you.
It is. It's pretty awesome. And everybody helps each other through this time.
Annie and her family are getting ready to come. She's just joined us online. And so we're looking forward to their family joining us as well. And, all of this comes back to the fact that we're, with our partners' help, we're giving opportunities for 90 students to experience what all of us have experienced. And, from the time that we started, our life has just gone, skyrocketed, and we've never turned around. And I think that's what's happened to you guys as well. But 90 students are so passionate, so hungry to be training and doing something for God here in the Middle East. And, we can't do what they can do. We can't even speak the language like they can, but yet 90, future leaders are getting ready to be propelled into this 22 MENA nations, and we get to all be a part. And so we're just inviting people to join and sponsor these students. Grab hold of a student. I wish we could show every single one of them, because aren't they amazing?
Absolutely.
We can't say who our favorites are, but they're just all amazing. And I wish we could show everybody them, but they are passionate and ready to go, ready to be trained.
They are. So if you want to scholarship a student, it's real simple. It's been going across the bottom of the screen there. If you're in the US, you can text the word, all one word, Lebanon 1042 71777. Or you can just go to club1040.com, go to the front homepage there, and you can see the Lebanon Bible College project. We're looking for 100 sponsorships at $78 a month, or for 2 years, for 24 months. Or it could be that an individual wants to give, let's say, $1 a month for 24 months, or someone might give 10 sponsors. The church that we were just talking to before this, they're going to be coming across the mountain, an hour and a half one way. They got to go back and forth a couple of times in a weekend. They have to do that a couple of times a month, and they're going to be bringing 15 people, and so
young people across twice or 8 times, 2 hours. It's incredible. Sorry, honey. I just want to say it's just amazing that they would be so committed to come and be part of this. That shows you their hunger.
Yeah. And the journey gets longer too every time.
Every time I talk, it's longer. It's at least 1.5 to 2 hours. Oh,
It is. Depending on traffic, it can be longer than that.
yeah, that's true.
Okay, so this is an opportunity for you to connect. So, questions may have been asked. So, why do we need to have scholarships in Lebanon? If you watch the previous stream, you would see that here's a couple. They're pastoring a church. They both work full-time jobs, and he's a teacher, and she works for the government, and they both earn the equivalent of $50 a month because of the devaluation of the currency here. Meanwhile, the expenses have gone up. So before about 4 years ago, their earnings would have been about $1,000 a month, and it would have been about what it would have cost for them to live here. Now, the same earnings only equal $50 a month. So it'd be nearly impossible for anyone to live without support from outside. And it's a miracle. And there's like 60% unemployment. So, but there's a remnant of believers that want to be trained, and that's the quickest way towards causing this country's church to be strong, healthy, self-supporting, self-governing, and self-replicating is to train leaders. And we in the areas of the world that are in a place where we're more blessed, we have an opportunity and a responsibility to be able to help those who need our help, to be able to train them. And then the result is, of course, that when Lebanon has strong churches, it's going to influence the entire Middle East. And when Chance and Miranda are around, they have a heart for expansion throughout the Middle East, and they'll be taking students here and there and helping to start more Bible colleges throughout the region. So any final words, guys?
No, we're so excited to be a part of this. We're honored to be a part of this. And I believe that anyone that is sowing into this ministry or sowing into these students, you're sowing into amazing ground that will reap a multiplied harvest.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I know for those of you that are watching as well, and we mentioned you can connect with them on a support basis as well, because they are self-funding like all the other team members here. And not only that, but they're believing God to be able to provide scholarships as well through their partner base, as well as some of the other team members. We had some local local team members have said, can't we be involved too? And they're getting involved. So it's the source is coming from every place, and we call every person who needs a scholarship completely funded and taken care of, and every need met. And the Bible College starts Friday. Are you ready, Chance?
Yes.
Pause.
I will be ready, right? We will be ready. We'll be getting ready as even the doors open.
Yeah.
So we're excited about it. All right. Well, God bless you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And thank you, partners, for being a part of what God's doing. I'm really excited for the remainder of the streams throughout the day. But this is us signing off, and we're passing you over to our faithful team who will be doing incredible interviews the rest of the day. God bless.
Bless you guys. Thanks, Chance and Miranda. We love you guys.